Okay, Othello is one of the most popular plays in English uh, theater, in English drama. It is still played all over the world. So, why is that? Well, first of all, because it deals with um, topics that are still valid and that are still uh, very interesting to discuss, like what is love, first of all? Is there one and only kind of love? What is jealousy? What is discrimination? Okay, I think that those 3 points are perhaps the three main ones as regards Othello, the character. And then we have what is envy as regards Iago. Undoubtedly, Shakespeare put a lot of emphasis, much more emphasis, on Iago than on Othello. He was really interesting in conveying Iago's personality, right? So we can understand why he felt and why he did what he did, whereas we cannot understand what Othello did. Um, his plan is perfect and he announces it from the very beginning. And he plays with all the other characters, with Cassio, with Rodrigo, with his wife, with Othello, with Desdemona, with everyone. So that is absolutely important. So, what I would do first of all is to characterize Iago by um, referring to how he plots everything and then how he acts, okay? And the result of his acts, which are highly positive, whereas the results of Othello's act is highly negative. Um, then I would describe Iago also in relation to most of his, uh, I would say, relations with the other characters, with the other secondary characters, how he behaves with each one of them. And then I would pay special attention to the words that Iago repeats, right? That he is honest, for example. Um, as regards envy, I think that that is the main characteristic that we can find um, in Iago's personality. And we could also say that envy is quite related to jealousy. We are not very sure because Shakespeare doesn't let us know that. And in fact, uh, we know that Iago is absolutely envious of Cassio from the very beginning because he wanted to be what Cassio was, right? Or was given by Othello. So he decided to um, hurt Othello where it most hurt to him, right? So he decided to put the idea of infidelity in Othello, which was perhaps the worst thing he could do. Why? Because, and here comes discrimination, because Othello was not an Englishman, Othello was a Moor, right? So it is understood that Moors are more jealous than other ethnic groups. But anyway, it's interesting if you compare it to the story of Adam and Eve. It's very interesting to see how the devil, in the form of a serpent in Paradise Lost, decides to um, hurt God where he would really feel very badly, and that is by attacking his creation. That is to say, Eve, one of his most important creations. And here, what Iago does is similar. That's why we can say that he is a devil or that he is Satan. I think that that comparison is quite valid. Besides, the angels, the bad angels, fall in the Bible because of envy, and that is what happens to Iago. Now, as regards Othello, I'm always interested in discussing what is love, because later on, perhaps you will find or they will read other texts like Wuthering Hearts or Frankenstein or, well, any other literary text in which love appears, or Lolita, for example. So uh, I think that one main reason or one main aspect to show and to insist upon is that there is not one way of defining love. Love is not a universal. Love changes. Love has many characteristics. Love has good points and bad points. And so, in that way, we can get to understand what Othello does. Um, and finally, I would say I would read and pay particular attention to the last scene when Othello enters Desdemona's room and he is going to kill her, but he tells her that she should first pray, and he is with the light and the number of times that he repeats light, etc. And because of the language that is used there, it is very, very poetic. So, apart from the fact that it is a very tragic and sad scene, I think that from the point of view of imagery, it is one of the most interesting ones.